So here's the high REEKE building blocks. I've actually bought a building block set by this company. You can see it's right there. I liked it. It was good. Now, there were moments where I was like, what? I had to open all the packages in order to get all the pieces. But it was nice. I didn't have any problems with it. So this is the way the package is. It doesn't tell you anything about what's inside. And so we're gonna go ahead and lift the seal on this thing and see if it'll come up. Oops. There we go. So it tells you, here's your service card. And then right away you're like, what? Oh, this is a cool set. Okay, so here is the blade. Now there's not like a million pieces in it. You can see the pieces are larger, but oh, you make the foundation, and you start making your sword. Oh, but it looks legit. It's got some stuff you gotta get through. Okay, that's pretty bomb. Yeah, see, the blade has some layering in it. Okay. Oh, wow. So this is the size of my palm, my hand here. And this thing is bigger than my palm. This is the base here for the sword. That's cool. So you get some cool label stickers that got damaged. I've got some damages here. I'm gonna have to bear through that. And then you get one of those tools. Now let's start pulling this guy out. So what's cool is that there's a lot of silver pieces, but see how they're like painted over the blue? So this was once a blue piece and it got painted silver. Oh, and then like that piece was orange, but it got painted over silver. Oh, and that one was green. So there's a lot of pieces that were a different color that they painted silver. So they did not make them silver, they just painted them. And then I've got a lot of red. It's a very, very intense red. Some more. Okay, there's a ton of black pieces in this one. That's going to be one of your challenges. Oh, man. This is a nice heavy bag full of pieces right here. More red and black. So, for the most part, this thing is red and black. Yeah, see how you can see that that was orange once and then they painted it silver? So, they're just coated. So, with that in mind, a couple pieces of advice. Okay. Looks like this is going to be pretty darn bomb. Okay. I have actually worked on a kit that was primarily black. And I worked on another one that was primarily dark blue. Which was practically like a dark black blue. One of the things I learned is that what you really want to do is make sure you spread out a table. Take the time. And it could be you could put them in cereal bowls too. You know, you just want something to like separate them in. You want to look at each piece and you want to really look at the type it is. So like, you know this is like this, but on the other side it might have like little bumpy things or it might be flat. You know, you want to separate those. You want to really take strategy because when you're dealing with full color like this, if you mess up, you can't really see where your mistakes took place. You're like, oh. And then you realize you grabbed the wrong piece. Then with these kind of, these different brands, sure, you have the tool to take things apart, but you really don't want to, and here's why. When you have a coated piece like that, you're at risk for scratching off the paint, and you can discolor it, especially when it's silver. So I would say really take the time to be kind to yourself and organize your pieces ahead. And then strategically know this is exactly how it's supposed to go on. Put it on. Okay? Then you're going to have a perfect sword, your perfect situation. But you will get frustrated with full colors like that if the pieces are actually supposed to be unique and you just think they're all the same. And then you put it on there and you go, oh shoot, that's the wrong piece. And I've had that happen to me before. And I had to backtrack like several steps to figure out where it happened. And because you can't see it, you have to take everything apart and then you go, oh, there it is. So my recommendation is separate them when you've got a set like this where it's like one full color, and then really look at them. And then because you don't want to be using the tool on these silver ones in case they'll scratch, because maybe they won't. Maybe this is like a really high quality thing and it won't scratch. Awesome, right? But if not, I don't want to mess with it. This is going to go on display. It's going to be funsies. So I don't want to be using this tool at all. I want to be like, no, I'm pro. I'm going to get this right and put it on correctly. So I would take the time to separate it and then start working on it. And yeah, it looks like it's got some fun decals. Unfortunately, these ones got a little ruined. And then typically what I've seen is that you have to open all the bags in order to access certain parts. And I haven't had it to where I've been lacking for parts. I did have to improvise on one build, but it was not this brand. So with this one, they always had extra parts, like extra little flower bits or extra little pieces, especially like the little ones you lose real easy. I noticed there were a lot of extra pieces of that. So I didn't feel like I was left being extremely precise about what I received. And I was really, really happy with the build I had. And I took it completely apart and donated it. So you can take it apart. And so yeah, so I had a lot of fun with this brand. I recommend them. I like them. And they were Lego compatible. Like, we didn't notice anything with the kids interchanging any of the different parts. And so all building block groups should be able to be compatible with it. Now, these are a little tighter. I will say that. Like, there's like a thing where they're not quite loosey-goosey like Lego brand, but they're still good. Still good. They're comparable. Extremely comparable. Just a little different. Like, on the back of one of these, I could see that, like, this one's pretty standard, but like that one, you can't really see it because it's black, but they have more of a hollow structure on the inside, and other brands will add like an extra plastic liner in there to support the strength of it, but they're the same. And so yeah, I highly recommend it. This box is very, very sturdy. When I worked on my other set that was like this, I just took all the bags apart, and when I had separated the different things, I put them into Ziploc bags, so I just was reusing them to organize me according to what I was doing. And then I put them back into this box, and so I was operating out of this box every time I came back to it, because I like to take my time building block sets. I'm really slow about it. I just like to sit there and kind of enjoy myself, enjoy some music or something. It's just very therapeutic for me. So this one will be a fun build, and then it will go on display. So yeah, so there you go.